Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Week 18 Kubernetes 119 release burn down meeting. Today is August the 3rd. Just a quick reminder before we get started, this meeting is part of the Kubernetes community at large, and we are governed by the Kubernetes Code of Conduct, which can be boiled down to be awesome to each other. This meeting will be recorded, so anything that you say will be on the internet forever. And with that, we will kick it off with enhancements with Kirsten.
Hi all, happy Monday. I'm doing the enhancements update and we are all green. We don't really have any updates since last Friday. So we're just cooling out for now. That's it.
Thanks. Any questions for enhancements? All right, moving on to CI signal with Daniel.
Hey folks, happy Monday. We are yellow today, in part because over the weekend we were having some issues with the URL being used for fast builds, which all of the master blocking jobs were just changed over to use that. So that has been resolved, but a couple are still showing flaky that don't run that often. Other than that, conformance GA only and KindMaster parallel are both experiencing pod scheduling timeouts. You can see on that issue that is going to have to be fixed by adjusting the cluster size. So we'll need to rely on some test infra folks to do that. For context, both of those consume an entire node to be able to run. So you can imagine that it could be pretty frequent that they have pod scheduling timeouts because there isn't a full node available. So once those are bumped up, that should be good. Otherwise, some of the other flakes are also due to pod scheduling issues, which we'll continue to see as we continue to add resource requests and limits to each of these jobs, and we'll adjust accordingly. There was a flake on integration master this morning, and there's already a PR open to fix that. So we're looking pretty good there. No other real updates besides the CapG job had a PR open to fix it last week. But that had to be reverted over the weekend because of an issue with using Python 3 in the bootstrap image was causing verify master to fail because it was using the PyYAML package and there were Python 2 and Python 3 conflicts there. So we just reverted that and we'll reintroduce that, and we should see that turning green again soon. So yeah, most of the things are infrastructure related today, and we're looking pretty good as we continue that effort.
Great, thanks, Dan. Just a quick question on the one that's failing, and you said the test info will need to fix. Is that something that you think that they're going to get to today, or should we try to follow up with them and figure out what the priority for that is?
Yeah, Aaron and Ben both commented on this issue that's linked here on the pod scheduling timeout, so I can talk to them out of band if needed, but they're usually extremely responsive, so I imagine they get to that pretty quickly.
Okay. Thank you. Any questions for CI Signal and Dan? Okay, thank you for that pretty detailed update, as always. Let's move on to bug triage with Vlad.
Hey, we are yellow. We have one critical urgent issue since Friday. It is actually fixed in 119. It's not closed because there are 3 cherry picks open for 116, 17, and 18. We have also not seen flakes or like major issues related to 115, to go 115 update. So far, so good, I would say.
Great, thank you. Any questions for bug triage? Okay, thanks again, Vlad. Docs.
Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's doing good today. We are green on the branch dev 1.19 is healthy, and I have a branch sync in progress. The build just errored out after I put all the thing in the document and said it's all green and happy. So I'm gonna go debug that in a while. So that's all from me. Still, we are good. We are in green. So any questions?
None from me. Let me know if you need help tracking down why the build was failing, or if anything else related to docs. I can
Definitely.
help.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Okay. Let's move on to release notes. Wilson.
No, release notes is green. We believe we have generated release notes and everything's up to date. And we also started working on drafting the release notes for the primary page release note. Any questions? All right.
Thanks. We'll go to comms next. Max.
Hey, we are still staying yellow. The release block is so far completed. We have now some time for polishing to the next weeks. But we are on the yellow track currently because 1 out of 5 feature blocks just have delivered something so far. For sure, we have a couple of more weeks to go. But as we all know, KubeCon jumps into the middle, and then time getting short, and then it's getting stressful, and we release, and then needs to come the feature blocks. So we need to reach out again to get some more input here. And also, I haven't heard something back from CNCF since a while. For sure, they're also quite blocked with the KubeCon, but we need to slowly have a look on the meetings which we need to organize for the release lead and the communication stuff and so on.
Okay, thank you. Is there anything that we can help you with? Pinging the feature blog leads or trying to follow up with them?
Yeah, and also this week we will ping again the feature blog, the contributors and the SIG leads, and also will directly reach out to Eli from CNCF, at least to hear that they are still alive and everything is fine. And if till the end of the week we haven't heard something back, then we'll come back to your offer.
Okay, sounds great. Keep us in the loop. And Taylor and Bob and I will be happy to help. Bob's doing his onboarding for his new job this week, so he's probably a little out of pocket. But just give us a shout and we'll help in any way we can.
Sure. Thanks.
All right, release branch management with Sascha.
Hey, so we are back to green. The fix regarding vanity domain flip has been merged this morning. And yeah, we are going to discuss if we want to cut RC4 tomorrow. But yeah, there's actually no decision yet, but I'm pretty sure that we will come to a decision close.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Tim, any updates? Looks like you've added a few into this.
Yeah, there's a couple things there. I think the general theme is planning as we start to get towards wrapping things up. Everybody in terms of leads and shadows very much focused on execution right now, but we also need to think about next month at this point, and a new cycle will be starting. So for leads, be thinking about role succession. You're not required to step away if you feel like there's things you need to finish, like changes maybe you're driving within the role or something that you'd like to continue on for the next one. But it's also a good idea to have succession across time. So be thinking about that the 120 team needs to be starting to form and be reaching out to shadows, both your current ones in 119, but also potentially prior ones, to figure out how to start getting a pool of candidates. Similarly for shadows, be thinking about that role succession. The 120 team is gonna need you if you're available. And then I will be sending out a survey relatively soon for leads and shadows, just to try and get some specific feedback on the leading and shadowing process itself. And then, of course, more globally, the 119 retrospective for all the things. Make sure that you're putting stuff in that document so that we can go through and talk about them as the cycle wraps up. And again, be taking that feedback, hopefully finding actionable points to improve the process and make it better as we go forward.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Tim. Any questions for Tim before we move on? Okay, thanks again, Tim. So the next updates we have are that we have a couple of milestones coming up, and I think these may be open for discussion still. We currently have planned for the cherry pick deadline and for the test freeze to occur on Thursday. I think we should probably discuss this. Maybe we can do this in the SIG release Slack channel to be more inclusive of the people that aren't on the call right now. But we had a lot of test instabilities in the CI signal system. It seems like we've been making some progress to get that better, but it still looks like things are a little flaky. So I don't know if we want to make the call now to push that out or continue it, but open to any discussion that we want to have on that right now. Any thoughts, Jordan?
Most of there's a handful of PRs that I see going in around test issues. The rate of those has dropped though. So in terms of a cherry pick deadline, it's starting to seem reasonable to stop automatically fast forwarding towards the end of this week. So that doesn't raise red flags to me. Yeah.
Okay. Any other feedback from anyone on the call? All right, and then KubeCon is coming up as mentioned, and then after that we will be working towards our aspirational release date of the 25th. It's in a few weeks from now, so we've got a little bit of time to go still. But we'll keep updates coming there. We didn't get a SIG scalability update this week. Assume it's the same as Friday's update. So we'll move on to open discussion now. Anything anyone wants to add that hasn't been added to the agenda yet? All right, well, like Tim said, start thinking about secession for 120. Also start thinking about any items that you want to add to the retro. The link is in the open discussion section. Definitely add them as you think of them. So over the last couple of weeks, if you've noticed anything that you want to add to the retro to discuss, please do that now, just so we have it documented and have it ready for the retro in a few weeks. And with that, unless anybody has anything else, we'll go ahead and end a little bit early and give you back some of your time today. All right, well, thank you so much and have a great Monday or Monday evening if it's almost the end of the day for you. Thanks.
Bye, thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Bye.